Hey guys, how's it going? Underground Geek here. Well, we're back at it again. This is another one of these videos about how comic book pros, or old comic book pros, don't understand that they're in the business of selling themselves and having customer service. And you can really tell that the people that follow them don't understand either, because once you bring it up, you always start to get attacked by these little fringe accounts. So it's very telling that they don't understand and that those people don't understand. Now, you might be looking at the screen here and saying, wow, how did you get blocked by Robert Liefeld? And it's a pretty simple way to do it. All you have to do is interact with them. That's all you have to do. And if you interact with them and say, well, that's not very nice, then you will get blocked. Because these people are so sensitive that they have to have a safe place to go to at all times. And if you don't like them, then you're a meanie head. So, if you're wondering who Robert Liefeld is, he is the guy that created Deadpool and Cable. That's pretty much his claim to fame. It will always be his claim to fame. And last year he did a Cable book, but he hasn't really done anything since then. He is also the same guy that did this. Yep. That. Look at that. Look at that art. Look at how big the guy's chest is. This is when it started going downhill. And then he's got art like this right here. And this. That's rough. There's his Captain America. Rough. Rough like a dog. But, so basically he hasn't really been getting any attention. You know, he hasn't really done anything in forever. He's got 80 something thousand followers on YouTube because he created Cable and Deadpool, not because he's actually doing anything new. And so since he hasn't really been getting any attention, he thought it would be smart to go online and start up this new tweet thing. And let me show you like a little bit about what I'm talking about here. So he goes on there. See if I can find the picture here. Yeah, right here. So he goes on there in the defense of Derry Leo, the guy that has been attacking Ethan Van Sciver for months and months and months. Probably since September, I think. But then once you bring that up, he says, that's a lie, that's a lie. Well, we got the receipts. We got tweets from back in September where you've been calling him a Nazi every day since then. Ethan Van Sciver is an artist for DC, and he's one of the nicest people that you'll ever talk to. Like, seriously, if you think he's mean, then you've got a serious problem with your moral compass. Try to make him be mean. You can't. All he'll do is be slightly sarcastic. But anyway, so we got Derry Leo here, and he says, I find it very interesting that in all of this, I was minding my own business, but EVS couldn't mind his. You mean by not directly adding him and calling him a Nazi for 7 months? I had no relationship with Ethan Van Sciver. That's pretty obvious. No dialogue. I didn't attempt to talk to him. I have no relationship with Jim Lee, Joe Quesada, and Rob Liefeld. And so Rob Liefeld, as being one of them people that constantly watches his own mentions all day, says, Daryl, I have read about your situation. I am sorry you've been harassed in any way. You have my support. That's his way of trying to become relevant again. He sees the attention that this is getting, and he wants to come out there and try to get in front of it. And what's so sad is he doesn't even try to find out what's really going on. Just runs to the defense of this guy, the number one hater of anybody with talent. If you look at Daryl Leo's drawings, it looks like something that somebody could do in the 5th grade. And Rob Liefeld is getting to that point as well. But if you go back to where this started, there was a person that I noticed was talking to Robert Liefeld. And he says, and this person is named Kinsey, and says, defending someone who bullied a beloved artist lost you a fan. I used to defend you when people called your art sexist. I'm sorry for having faith in you. You know what his response was? Waving goodbye. Wow. And so they continue on to say, and I'm honestly livid that as a woman, I was called sexist or part of the problem while trying to defend your work because I believed in you. I believed you cared about your fans as much as we do you. That was my mistake. Well said. That's pretty well said. Because if you go back to what I responded with the first time, I saw his response and retweeted and said, this makes me sad. He doesn't even try to engage or ask the guy what's wrong. Just mocks him. That's terrible customer service. It is. It's terrible customer service. And then I found another one where he was calling the fans, once again calling the fans hostile and the problem. And his one of his number one cases is to bring up Scott Snyder fans. I find that very funny that you bring up one of the nicest people in customer service ever. Snyder will actually, now I don't know if he's referring to the movie Snyder or Scott Snyder the writer or Scott Snyder the director. But Scott Snyder the writer is one of the guys who will DM you if you say something bad about his work and ask you what he can do to be better. Yeah, that's the opposite of what you are. So I said, so in response to what he said here, I said, yeah, that's why every time I log on, I'm blocked or mocked by comic pros for wanting good comics, because the customers are the problem. Wow. And so his response to me was to be a smart aleck and say, yeah, I'm the dramatic one, and then block me. But what was so funny was right before he responded, someone said, want to bet how long it takes for the inevitable GoFundMe page to appear? And I said, or him just to mock or block. And he said, yeah, that's fair. Bet you always win that one. And that's exactly what he did. He blocked me. He mocked me and then blocked me. He did both of what I said. And so that's why I'm blocked by him right now. Just for responding. Just for saying he had bad customer service. And at the same time, it's very funny because I didn't know that somebody had a parody account up of him that has 4,200 followers, and it's been around since 2011. And this is hilarious because they go on there and they say, if you do outstanding work as easy as heck to break into comics, just look at me and all the good old Image boys. If you're a bird, I mean, I'm not French. I mean, I don't understand. It's got all these crazy tweets. If you glue enough breadcrumbs together, do you suppose you can make another bread with edible glue? I mean, so they're getting more likes on their stuff than Rob's getting on his. That's what's so funny. But I saw this account trying to find his old account again to show that I was blocked, and it made me laugh so hard. You know, these people just don't understand that they are actually in customer service, because this is commercial art. You're selling yourself, you're selling a product, and if you are mean to the customers, they will not buy your product. That's about it. I mean, that's pretty much all you can say of that. If someone is mean to you at the store, do you go back? No. If someone tells you not to buy their stuff, do you buy their stuff? No. I mean, it's pretty easy to figure out what customer service is. These people don't understand it because they think that they're always going to get some work. They think if they bash the fans that somebody's always going to buy their stuff, and they don't understand that these are the people buying their stuff. I used to spend $50 a week buying comic books before Marvel started really going SJW, and then I cut down to $20 a week because I was only buying DC books. And they just don't understand the kind of money that they're losing. Because if I am buying that much, let's say that I'm buying at least $25 worth of their books a week, and you do $25 times 52 weeks, that's $1,300 for me alone. And then if, you know, the average good selling book now sells like 40,000 copies. So, I mean, you've got a potential for a lot of money there, and they just don't understand that they are in customer service. These people have no skills. They have no social skills. That's why they block people on social media, because they have no social skills or way of talking to other people. And it's really just getting to the point where it's just sad. Like, there's so many people at this point that have blocked me for interacting with them that there's more people that have blocked me than haven't blocked me. Because, and if you notice, they're all associated with the same people. Like him here getting busted talking to the Daryl Leo guy. I mean, it's hilarious. And all I got to say is they will figure it out when their pocketbooks are gone, when there's no money in them, when they've got $0, and we're buying books from people like Scott Snyder that are nice to us, and people like I'm trying to think of somebody else off the top of my head that's really nice. Well, Ethan Van Sciver. I mean, just because he doesn't have a Twitter right now doesn't mean he's not still working in books. But these people are going to keep popping up. You got these new artists like Jorge Jimenez, Joel Jones. They're going to keep doing good because these people right here don't know what they're doing. But that's pretty much all I got to say. I just want to shed a light on the situation and tell you what's going on. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. I should have some more videos coming out tomorrow. Hope you guys have a great Sunday. Bye-bye.